What one little simple thing can achieve so many health and well-being goals, from reducing stress to strengthening family relationships, even improving your job performance? Well, the answer is a vacation. Dr. Stuart Anfang is the medical director of adult outpatient psychiatry at Baystate Medical Center. He joins us this morning to share more. Welcome, Dr. Anfang.
Thanks for having me.
A lot of people, they've got their vacation time, they don't use it. Why is it that they don't use their vacation hours?
So it's a great question. Part of it is economics. People think that they're going to go away, they're going to have to spend a lot of money to go away on a fancy vacation, stay at a fancy place. As we'll talk about, there's lots of things you could do to take time off that might be more affordable and not as quite as elaborate. I think sometimes people worry about, now we're so tethered electronically to our job. People worry about what's going to happen if they go away. They're going to come back and there's going to be mountains of work. How are people going to survive without them? And not only does the work get done, and the work will be there when you come back, but when you come back after taking a break, you can come back more refreshed, more productive, more able to focus on your job. So we know that the body needs rest and the mind needs rest. And a vacation is a big part of that.
And so if you don't take a vacation, you're really doing yourself a disservice. And you do have those hours, so use them. And you encourage people to use them because there are so many health benefits. And now let's talk about some of those benefits. What it can do, obviously, we hear it recharges your battery.
Yes, I mean, just look, the largest amount of time that we spend as human beings is sleeping, right? We spend a third of our time sleeping. So we know that the body needs physical rest. It just needs that in order to function. Similarly, the body needs mental rest. It needs a time when you can unplug from things, when you can relax, when you can take a break from kind of having hyper-focus and hyper-concentration. And what it does is it allows you to recharge, to refresh your batteries, to be able to come back to your task with renewed energy and renewed focus. Otherwise, people are at a risk of burning out, of becoming less focused at their job, becoming that they maybe care less of their job. And so really you should look at vacation as kind of an anti-burnout technique and as a way to treat your body and treat yourself.
When you go on vacation, you need to not just leave physically, but also leave mentally. Leave the emails and the electronics. Don't stay tethered to your job.
True. So it is, in this era where, we all have cell phones or we all have smartphones and, we're constantly connected and we can check our emails, it's actually a little bit more of a challenge to unplug. And, in full disclosure, this is Dr. Heal Yourself. When I go away, it's easy for me to check the email. It's easy for me to play games on my phone. And my wife and my kids, they give me a little bit of a hard time. Yeah. That, why don't you just leave that for a little bit? And, there is the tension that, well, if I check the emails now, I won't have to deal with 500 emails when I come home. While that might be true, it's also true that when you're checking it, you're really not completely disengaged. And having that break, besides giving yourself a break, it also sends the message to the other people that, you're on vacation, you don't expect to be tethered to work when you're on vacation. Similarly, when they're on vacation, we don't expect them to be tethered to work. It's really part of having a healthy balance.
Right, so put them away, just really let your mind take a vacation from all of that madness at work, so that when you come back, you do feel refreshed. Let's talk about some things people can do when they do take those vacation hours that doesn't cost a lot of money and will still be good for their well-being.
Sure. So, a lot of people say, well, I can't do a vacation because it costs a lot of money to go away, or I don't have the time to go away. I can't take a week or 2 weeks off. That's okay. You can plan, particularly in the summertime. The weather is nice. The kids may be off from school. You can, do a staycation at home. You can take a weekday off. Or if you don't have that time and you have to do a weekdays, dedicate part of your weekend to not doing chores and errands, not fixing things around the house and going to the store. Dedicate the time to go do something fun that you would enjoy. Go to a park, go for a hike, go camping if you like that. Some people, that's not what excites them. Go visit Boston for the day, or go visit New York for the day, or go to a museum, or go do something in Springfield that you never have a chance to do because you're always busy doing something else.
Right.
So, but it doesn't have to be, it's not so much the quantity of the time, it's really the quality of the time that lets you relax, lets you enjoy time with your family and friends. You really want quality more than quantity.
Wonderful. So that's great information, great advice, and now we know you got to take the vacation because it's good for you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for being here. So many benefits. Looking forward to my vacation.
Enjoy.